Hi, I'm Jaime Coffey Bateman, and this is my show, Intentions at Tag Gallery. I had a deep connection to the Salar de Uyuni region in Bolivia, and it was just otherworldly. And I couldn't help, all of us couldn't help but make a deep connection to this sense of place. There were volcanoes and lagoons and flamingos at all of these lagoons. And it was so quiet and so peaceful. I remember one specific moment where we all went outside one night and we were looking at the stars, and Bolivia is really high in altitude. I could not believe the amount of stars I saw in the sky. It was breathtaking. I remember being really cold and wanting to go to bed, but I couldn't stop looking at it and having a feeling of just wanting to protect it. Even though I was seeing images that were sort of heart-wrenching to me because I know there's a lot of devastation happening to the environment, I couldn't help but feeling that some of the images were beautiful. They're about roads and paths that we take, and I wanted to question our intentions. That's why it's called Intentions, with the choices we make. So I was sort of taking an abstract look at what these physical roads were on the ground and sort of lifting up. It's from a high vantage point with some perspective. We all have those places that we connect to in nature that really are striking to us, and it has such a magnitude that we almost can't comprehend it. But I feel like some of the work I've done recently is looking at, we have all of these big questions, and what can I do to make an effect? I feel like I have to look within my local community, and as an artist, what I can do is take my information and I can have an art show to inform people. We all have choices we can make. We can all do these things with it. And that's a correlation I guess I could get into with the Bolivian people. It is a poor country, it's landlocked, and I couldn't believe how powerful these people were when we were traveling there. It was very common to arrive in a town and to get yourself a room and then to hear that you were going to be stuck there for 4 or 5 days because the local people were having a strike and they weren't letting any of the buses through. So you were stuck because the people were making a stand for something. And it really goes to show that we all have a voice. These are people with hardly anything that are being taken advantage of, yet still they persevere. We all have a responsibility to question our actions, to do more research with our technology that is at our fingertips. We can all do a little research on the products we buy, and if we don't find the bigger companies that are, for example, packaging things irresponsibly, taking into consideration the places that they are going into for raw materials, for water in some cases, the plastics we use. We all have a responsibility to question those places and to make choices with what we buy based upon more responsible, I'd say sort of the bigger corporations. We have to hold them accountable for the things that they provide for us to purchase, because we're always purchasing things. We have to change our habit of how we're doing it. So it's, these beautiful landscapes in Bolivia and this place that seems so far away with everything that's going on right now in our world, but we are all interconnected. There's a huge interdependence and we have to take care of each other.